Hello everyone! Join us on an exciting journey with Explore the World Cameroon. London and Sydney go take you explore Cameroon, the heart of Africa. Experience the vibrant culture, nature, and traditions from Yaoundé market to rainforest adventures. Every page na new discovery. Join the Cameroonian food, music, and wildlife with our explorers. This book na true celebration of Cameroon spirit. Get your copy now. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and through your library and bookstores via Ingram's Park. Don't miss this adventure.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
What's going on, fam? This is Jay Cameron inviting you to join us in Ethiopia next March 2025. And this is going to be an iconic trip that you don't want to miss, a trip of a lifetime. We're going to be visiting Addis Ababa, Gondor, Lalibela. You'll have a chance to taste the amazing Ethiopian food. You'll also have a chance to visit the Rastafarian community. You'll get the history, you'll get the fashion, you have an opportunity to shop. It's going to be a trip, an experience of a lifetime. So make sure you sign up to join us in Ethiopia, March 2025.
Make sure you pick up my two books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs and on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here. Man, this time is flying by. It's about to be September before you know it. And, where's all the guys out here that like NFL football and ladies? You know, all that's about to, I know what preseason got going on right now. And let me tell y'all something. Speaking about NFL football. Was it last season? I think it was last season or whatever. So I had an opportunity. I thought it was last season. I had an opportunity to take my father to a Cowboys game. It was just me and him, like just spending time, me and him. You know, we drove up there to Arlington, and we stayed like that at the Lowe's Hotel, like right there by the stadium. You literally can walk to the stadium. You ain't got to drive or do nothing. And that was a good weekend. That was a good weekend. I surprised him with some 50-yard line tickets, and I just wanted to do that for my dad, appreciate him. 'Cause a lot of times, in the community, men, dads, we looked over a lot. We expected to give, we expected to provide, we expected to do this. And nobody just take just a little time to give back to the man. Look at it. Mother's Day, the whole world is like discounts, everything. Father's Day, like, whatever. It's like we are expected to do so much, and get no appreciation. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like that we're asking for much as men. We're not. You know, just something small. It may, like, just even a thought, literally, it counts a lot of times, would make a man just feel like, wow, I'm being appreciated for something I'm doing. You know, because being a man sometimes, I don't know why I'm going here now, but being a man sometimes is a thankless job. You know, what you do in society, even if you don't have a family, what you do in society as a man, you know, without men, no matter what this wicked system tries to promote, let men go on strike tomorrow. Let men go on strike for a week. Watch how the whole world, or even just in America will shut down and crumble tomorrow without men. If you want to see that, you know, and you know, all that big talk that some of them do about they don't need men and men is this and men is horrible. But when you have pandemics and war and all that, oh, where's the men at? You understand what I'm saying? One thing I was saying about the pandemic was the lockdown should have lasted 6 more months. We was slowly getting a status correction in this country, a little bit, but it needed to last just 6 more months. I think we'd have been at the right spot where things would have been thoroughly reset in society. But no, they want to hurry up and open it back up. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. So if you have a man in your life or your father or somebody that's important to you, you know, appreciate them. Because a lot of times men don't hear that. And, you know, men neglect their health and all kind of other things, you know, for their family. So, yeah, I don't know why that's been put on my heart to say that. But anyway, you say you spend time with your brother and uncles. That's good. That's good. Because you know what? Life is short. You know, you could be talking to somebody one day and wake up the next and they not here no more. You know what I mean? That's how quick things happen in life. You know what I'm saying? So please spend time with your father, your uncles, your brothers. I mean, but just your family in general, not just them. All right. So tonight, we're going to talk about the Democrat Shill, also rapper named Plies. We're going to talk about him tonight because he made a, video speaking to the community and definitely black men in particular, for sure. So we want to go on and address the newly Democrat Shill named Plies. I had a couple of y'all send me a video of an older gentleman that's been making the rounds, and I thought it was funny. Boule Martin retweeted it. I mean, Boule Martin, if you want to say something to me, you can come on Sound Off Friday if you want to, Boule Martin, and we can have that conversation if you like. Anybody's welcome to come to Sound Off Friday. Just let me know you're coming, and I'll clear the board for you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to lie on me. Just come talk to me directly. Let me know you're coming, and I'll make sure that you're giving the floor. But we're going to talk about the politics, and we're going to talk about things that's important for Black America. We're not going to get into no sassy talk, because I know some of these little men out here, they so sassy, and a lot of them competing with women that women don't have their place no more, and unfortunately, some of the women are siding with the Democrat Party, and that's the party that's actually taking your place away from you. Some of the feminists talk about men, taking men doing this and men doing that. Well, why don't you talk about, the men who's putting on dresses, taking over your spaces? But that's, I'll let y'all handle that in the Democrat Party. All right. You said, what is the name of my books on Amazon? One is called Passive Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And the second one is called 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind. You can look that up, or you can just rewind back to the ads. Also, speak about the ads. So I talked to the sister today at the Water Tree. She had told me, thank you, once again for running my ad. I had some of your people come in. They had definitely bought some merchandise and bought water and everything. And so appreciate y'all going visit, another Black-owned business in the area. If you're in the Houston area, go to the Water Tree. Go over there and spend money with the sister over there. It's pretty good. I like getting the alkaline water over there. And I just seen today, if y'all into that, and now she's selling the Delta 9 edibles and vapes now. If you know about Delta 9, I'm not going to go too further than that. That's something she's just starting to sell. So if you want to do that, you can go in there and get it. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to our devotional, and then we're going to get into Plies. But hold on, one thing. Ethiopia trip. If you're going on the Ethiopia trip, just make sure you keep up with your payments and everything. If you would like to go on the Ethiopia trip, that's going to be cut off as of September 1. So if you want to go, jump on it ASAP September 1, because it's actually sold out. But they opened it up just so if some more people want to come. September 1, that's it. That's it. The cutoff is there. And yeah, let's have a good time in Ethiopia. Ethiopia is a cool country. It's great. You know, y'all be able to meet Sister Wangel. She'll be there and everything. That's her homeland and everything. So shout out to her. Also, the African Diaspora News Channel app. Make sure you download that in the Google Play and Apple App Store. That app, supports us here. We have a lot of projects we want to do, certain shows we trying to produce. One I don't even want to talk about, but I think it's going to be good. But we need funding to do those sort of things. So, instead of saying, some people do GoFundMe and all that, I'm not doing that. I'd rather people just join the app. And if you have 10,000 people join the app, that is enough money definitely to do all the shows we would love to do. Because, we want to create other shows, not just do news and politics. Some things that are positive, some things that are entertainment, all kinds of things we want to create, right? So that's the best way you can support us is join our app and help us hit our 10,000 member goal. All right, so let's since because we're gonna have to cook a little bit tonight. Let's get the main woman on here that knows how to cook. And she is the greatest Democrat mayor of all time, and I know you love her. So let's go.
Hey guys, it's Super Mayor Tiffany A. Henry, the people's mayor.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work.
What is that?
No comment. Y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
So this is what it's all about, guys. They don't want a black person in power. They don't want a woman in power. If you ain't seen that yet. And someone so young. Everybody gotta understand, God give you what you can handle. That's what God give you. He ain't gonna give you more than that. As long as you can stay the course, fight the fight, and keep going, that's what we're gonna do here at Thornton Township.
Clerk, what are you doing? You out of order. You out of order. Did I call the roll? Did I say call the roll? I'm still speaking. You're out of order, Clerk Key. You out of order, Clerk Key. Like, stop. Y'all out of order. Everybody want to run stuff. Y'all don't run this house over here. Stop, please.
So now you have to listen in order to learn. Remove her.
Go tell that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the greatest Democrat mayor of all time, Supervisor and Mayor Tiffany Henyard. The Democrat Party put out some great mayors, don't they? Boy, they do. All right, so class about to get started. All right, class is started, and while we starting class, we want to make sure to do our due diligence before we start class, because Shills, I know your game, so I'm going to beat you at your game. I'm going to kick you at your legs. So here we go. Make sure you go to vote.gov. Why should we go to vote.gov? Because we want you to register for the election so you can make your voice heard in the United States of America. No matter what you vote and what your position is, make sure you're registered on vote.gov so you can participate in the democratic process in this democracy that a lot of you are trying to save, according to a lot of politicians. Vote.gov, vote.gov. All right, so the newly Democrat Shill Plies, who used to, I guess, be a rapper. I guess he's still rapping. His last studio album was in 2010. That's a long time to go without an album, especially in this day and time. In this day and time, you can make music literally in your basement now You can get AI to help you make music. You don't have to spend the money you used to spend making music if you have some sort of talent. That's the beauty about today. You don't even have to sign to a label today. That's how beautiful it is. And I don't know why people sign into a label today. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I think labels are obsolete. Why would you let people take your money from you like that? Put you in 360 deals? No, Lord. But Plies, he done mixtapes here and there. But he's been, dipping his toe into this election cycle. He's been making videos. Now, Plies, this is a guy who was he was a valedictorian in his high school. Okay. Plies also went to college as well. He played football and things like that. So for you to be a valedictorian in high school and run on here all this time rapping, talking about you a goon. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? But people like Megan Thee Stallion has a college degree. She got her degree at TSU. Actually, a lot of them people got degrees, but they dumb themselves down because that's what the folks tell them to do, right? Because the only time you entertain, according to them, unless they dumb themselves down, right? So Plies decides to, of course, he's supporting Vice President Kamala Harris, and it's his right to support her. No, we don't need to question why, right? That's his business. But we know it's been coming out that the DNC has been paying everybody they can. They've been paying celebrities, Boule members, of course. They've been paying influencers. They are not talking to the traditional media, and it's because they're afraid that she can't interview. That's really what it is. They're trying everything they can to win this election without her talking. That's what we see. So because a lot of you in the community are asking questions, Plies has a problem with that. He has a problem with questions. So let's go ahead and play the video of Plies. You know how we do it here. We'll play the video, and then we'll restart it, and we'll stop in certain places and just have our conversation, right? All right, so let's go it on and get the Plies here, and we gonna go it on and have a good time.
It is real quick. But to everybody who, especially the ones who look like me, and the men who look like me, who quit the, if Kamala want my vote, she need to explain herself to me what she gonna do for the black people. Listen, stop black woman to explain themselves to you or explain themselves to y'all. If y'all ain't willing to ask a white man, they must explain himself. Y'all cool with the white man not explaining himself to you. Go the black, she need to explain herself to me what she gonna do for the black community. She want my vote, she need to explain herself. You ain't asking the white man to explain his motherfucker. You too much scared to ask him. Mother might need to explain something to y'all. Well, she been in the office already 3.5 years. Why she ain't do all the things she said she was gonna do? Cause she ain't the motherfucking president, that's why. When you go to the McDonald's, that lady that's the manager, she don't get to do what the you wanna do. She might can give you some other fries, but that's about it. Some free mother fries, that's about all she can do. But she can't change the price of that mother for the pound up there. Oh, that mother Big Mike. That ain't that mother at the White House. She just like the mother man. You mother all in line. Now, if you can get some other free fries out every now and again, you get some other free fries out. But y'all mother know this, most of y'all, but y'all just want something to mother say. Now, if she was the mother president and didn't do something, then that's a whole different mother ball game. And the same who the mother black woman need to explain that. Y'all the same. When Barack was running, he wasn't black enough for you neither. And a lot of y'all, I done figured out what y'all getting confused. Y'all don't even want mother black. Y'all want ignorant. That's what you mother. A lot of y'all think ignorant mean black. And that's why some of you mother Trump, because you mother ignorant. But I'm here to mother tell you, everybody black ain't mother ignorant. And everybody white ain't mother smart. So put that in your pipe and mother smoke it.
All right. And Plies is being ignorant on purpose, right? He's doing this on purpose. He knows better. Okay. So and it was annoying having to silence him saying MF for every 5 seconds, because literally that's what he was doing. And he, like I said, but that's what they do supposed to talk to y'all as black people. They got to cuss you out. They got to cuss constantly. Okay. So let's get this restarted and let's go ahead and break it down.
This real quick. But to everybody who, especially the ones who look like me, and the men who look like me, who quit the, if Kamala want my vote, she need to explain herself to me what she gonna do for the black people. Listen, stop black woman to explain themselves to you, or explain themselves to y'all. If y'all ain't willing to ask a white man, they must explain himself. Y'all cool with the white man not explaining himself to you.
Okay, so your boy Plies, he says that it's a problem with black men asking, what are you going to do for black men? Or what are you going to do for black people? You should not be asking her anything. You shouldn't be asking her for no policies. You shouldn't be asking her what's her plan. You shouldn't be asking her, hey, what's up with all this immigration stuff you talking about? You shouldn't be asking nothing. Basically, what Plies was saying to a lot of you, and definitely us as black men, shut up and vote. That's the Democrat mantra for black people. Shut up and vote. That's all they say all the time. Shut up and vote. No, we're not going to shut up and vote. If you want our vote, then you got some questions to ask. Remember, you want the job, or she want the job. Since she want the job, then you taking interviews from the people that are supposed to put you in that job, which is your voters, right? And if you choose not to answer questions, or you try to hide behind 10 walls, because remember, 10 walls is not going to be the president. Because yes, I saw that and I heard that she's supposed to do an interview, but Tim Walz is going to be sitting there with her. He's not about to be the president. Why is he sitting there with you, holding your hand? That's not a good look. Look, that tells me her campaign don't trust her to talk, because they're literally making this man sit there with her. Like, wow, that's it. Even Joe Biden, I give Joe Biden that. Even Joe Biden, in his cognitive decline, was doing interviews. Even after they pushed him out, he still did an interview. So if Joe Biden, you mean to tell me they are afraid of her to talk that bad, that even Joe Biden is better than her? Well, if she can't talk, then why in the world y'all running her? But hey, sisters, AKA, and all y'all, come here for a minute. Let's have a quick conversation. Something dawned on me today about that. All you Boule, you Democrat shills, you screamed at the Democrat Party that they better not pass over Vice President Kamala Harris, that they better put her up, or y'all, it's going to be a problem. I truly believe the Democrats did not want her. Even before the chattering about her, Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi was saying, let's have an open primary. Even at the convention, let's have an open primary and see who get the nomination. Okay? That's what they was originally saying. If you remember, after they pushed Biden out, it was Obama and Nancy Pelosi. They are some of the power brokers in the Democrat Party. Then all y'all started talking about Kamala. That's not right. It'd be racism to pass her up and all this stuff like that. Okay. If she loses this election, you know who will get blamed? Well, of course, black men. But you know who really going to get blamed for that? Y'all. All of y'all going to get blamed. Because they really didn't want her. But y'all were making threats about basically splintering the vote. So if she loses the election, I really want to hear what the chatter going to be to y'all. Because they're going to turn on y'all so bad. All you women that think that they on your team, y'all better hope she don't lose. Y'all better hope she don't lose. And that's going to be the story where they pressured Democrats and they could have got somebody else that was more viable. And the vice president wasn't even liked all this time anyway. And why did they do this? They only did it because of color. They didn't do it because, boy, I hope, for y'all's sake, I hope she win. I hope she win for y'all's sake. The Shills, y'all not going to have a job no more. Oh, no. So y'all be really, but that's why, and I thought about it. That's why the Shills are going overtime. That's why they're more angry than what they used to be. This is why they're cussing more than before. This is why they're trolling more than they ever trolled before. I mean, they are desperate. We're talking about the Shills. They're desperate because I think they understand what I just said. That if she don't win this election, it's a wrap. It's a total wrap for them. And the Democrats ain't gonna want to hear nothing. Because I'll get to that later. So if we can't answer questions, then it's simple. She don't have to answer nobody questions. That is a right of hers. She don't have to interview. She don't have to do press conferences. She don't have to do anything. And the same black men you're talking to just don't have to vote for. The same black people plies that you're talking to, they just don't have to vote for. It's just that simple. She don't have to talk to nobody. She don't have to. But what does it look like somebody say they want to work for you? You sit down and do an interview with them and they don't want to answer questions. Well, I'll let you know my experience after I get the job. Well, I'll show you what I can do after I get the job. Listen, we already failed for that. Well, not we, but we saw this already one time before. Remember with Ice Cube? Well, Ice Cube, we'll talk to you after we get elected. Then it's time to go talk to Ice Cube. We ain't got time for you. We busy. You only get one time to pull that. You don't get twice. You ever heard that statement? You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. No, it's not going to be twice. Okay. So Plies, she don't have to answer, bruh. And she don't have to get the vote either. It's just that simple. You know, it makes people think that she's kind of acting uppity. That's the word the folks like. She acting like she better than everybody. What you mean you can't ask no questions? What do you mean you don't have no agenda for black people? Who you supposed to be? How dare you ask madam here about an agenda or policies? You don't have to. You better not ask her. Listen, she can be a diva with y'all, but with us, we just asking a simple question. We don't play them diva games here. If Joe Biden was answering questions and Trump always answered questions, you mentioned the white man. What you mean white man is Donald Trump? I mean, there's only two people running. Donald Trump always answers questions. He's always doing interviews. He's always doing press conferences. J.D. Vance, I'm watching him doing interviews. They keep asking him about the doggone cat lady comment all the time. I mean, my God. I mean, get over it, right? But at least he's sitting there for interviews by himself. He's not sitting there with Donald Trump next to him when he's doing the interview, holding his hand.
Oh, the black, she need to explain herself to me what she gonna do for the black community. She want my vote. She need to explain herself. You ain't asking the white man to explain this motherfucker. You too much scared to ask him. I need to explain something to y'all. Well, she been in the office already 3.5 years. Why she ain't do all the things she said she was gonna do? Cause she ain't the motherfucking president. That's why. When you go to the McDonald's, that lady that's the manager, she don't get to do what the fuck want to do. She might can give you some other fries, but that's about it. Some free mother. That's about all she can do. But she can't change the price of that mother or the pound up there. That motherfucking Big Mike. That ain't that motherfucking the White House. She just like the mother man. You mother all in line. Now if you can get some other free fries out every now and again, you get some other free fries out. But y'all mother know this, most of y'all, but y'all just want something to mother say.
All right, Plies, that's a horrible analogy. Plies, listen, okay? You do know the president and the vice president are part of the same party, right? You do know she's second in command. She has the highest position after the president. If anything would happen to the president, she becomes the president. She's number 2. She sits and listens to all national security briefings. She knows all about the classified information. She knows a whole lot about this country that many of us don't know because she's the vice president. You relegating her and try to use an analogy of a manager at McDonald's. No. Now, the right analogy, if you want to make it, would be owner versus CEO. Now, the owner, of course, controls it all. The CEO works for the owner. but the CEO has a lot more power than just a regular manager. You're going to relegate her position to a lowly manager? No, she is number 2. Like when Biden had to do some medical things and he had to go under for that, she was the president while he went under for medical. Okay, she has a lot of power in this country. Why you think she gets Secret Service protection? Because she has power. She knows the secrets of America. You mean to tell me that you're in there 3.5 years or in there now, you can't walk over there to President Biden and say, hey, President Biden, look, I'm telling them we want to do this, so can we go on and try to get this started now? You mean to tell me now if he won't do it, then she need to come out and say, well, I try to get this done now, but he won't do it. Then that's a different conversation at that point. But she literally right there. She's in the White House. That's why people keep saying she's in there. But what the Shills are trying to do, all she is a president of the Senate. She has to tie a vote in the Senate. She don't really have no power to do nothing. She can't do nothing. She's just the vice president. The vice president don't make policy. The vice president don't do this. The vice president don't do that. The vice president can talk to the president all they want. Of course, it's the president's decision, of course. But what people are saying, you're in there now. Why don't you go over there and talk with Biden and get this stuff started now? Biden's going to be leaving, so it wouldn't hurt him to do anything at this point because he's not getting reelected. So do it now. Why not now? Stop pulling people's leg and talking about, well, on day one, I'm going to do this. Your day one started years ago. What are you talking about? That's what people are saying. But these Shills are trying to basically lessen her position, like she's a low person in the country. That like they probably talking like she's a campaign staffer or something, or an assistant for a congressman or something. That's the way they're talking about her. She can't do nothing. I don't know why y'all keep saying that. The number 2 person in the country, number 2. But she can't do nothing. It's a ceremonial position. She can't do a thing. A whole vice president. Once again, if she can't work with him and she can't get nothing done with him, then she need to come out and say that. But they part of the same party, so why can't she do anything now? That's why people are saying that. Well, this about the border, do it now. Did he put you over the border? You can go do that right now. Everything she's mentioning, she could do today. She ain't got to wait. But that's more of that, well, just get me in office and you'll see, I'll do it. That's like a doggone fox telling you, you know what? Vote for me. And if you vote for me, I'll become a vegetarian. Well, why don't you be a vegetarian now? Just vote for me and you'll see, I'll become a vegetarian then. But right now, I'm not. Okay. Now, what does it say? The VP is supposed to pull policies and help the president. She acted like a campaign staffer. Well, look, it's not my fault they put her in the basement. You remember for a long time, everybody kept asking where she was at? Everybody say, where's Kamala? Everybody kept asking. You remember for a long time, you didn't even see her. You didn't know where she was at. You didn't see her out nowhere. People just thought she was in the basement somewhere. Like, what happened to Kamala? I know y'all remember that. You remember Simone Sanders was with her? Like, because Simone Sanders thought, after tackling people and all that, she's going to get the press secretary job. She didn't get that. You know, they gave it to Jen Psaki at first. And then even when they replaced Jen Psaki, they still didn't give it to Simone Sanders. They put her with Kamala. And Kamala, I guess she was in the basement. She didn't last long, I guess, with that situation, right? Well, let's continue.
Now, she was if she was the mother president and didn't do something, then that's a whole different mother ballgame. And the same who... The black woman need to explain that. Y'all the same. When Barack was running, he wasn't black enough for you neither.
Let's talk about that. Well, we are in a different headspace about black now. And being black, or let me say black American, foundational black American, being black, is lineage based, also how you're raised, your mindset, etc. Barack Obama, his father's Kenyan. And he wasn't even raised with a Kenyan upbringing. So I can't even go on the Kenyan upbringing. And shout out to Kenyans. I've been to Kenya, great people. Love Kenyan people. They've treated me so nice. I know a lot of people out there in Kenya, people that help me do things still out there in Kenya for sure. And we got to build up some things in Kenya. So I definitely got to get back to Kenya. Right? But he wasn't even raised with a Kenyan upbringing. He was raised with his white mother. White people cannot raise you to be no more than what they are. His white mother and his white grandmother. And a lot of that showed when he was president, because he was always trying to please the white folk, even the ones that didn't like him, like Mitch McConnell and the Republicans. He kept trying to please them instead of standing on business for black folk. When black people kept saying, yeah, he the president of black America, he was quick to say, I'm not the president of black America. I'm the president of America. Like, he made sure not to. And he didn't support reparations. He didn't support reparations, that's for sure. Now, his wife is a black woman. Definitely. But he wasn't raised culturally black American. Now, let's talk about Kamala Harris. Number one, she don't even have no lineage to this country either. Her father is a Jamaican, and she wasn't even raised on a Jamaican upbringing. It'll be a little different if she was raised with a Jamaican upbringing and she was raised in Jamaica with brothers and sisters in Jamaica. That'll be a different conversation, right? But she was not raised with a Jamaican upbringing. She was raised with an East Indian upbringing. Her mama, she talked about her mama all the time. Everything's my mama, my mother. And her mother, all she can do is raise her to be East Indian because that's who she is. You saw that special about Kamala a few years ago from CNN, how they say she was always going back and forth to India. No black American woman I know is always in India. And surely don't have family there. In India, her lighter skin, she'll be at a higher caste. And her sister, if you saw her sister, she'll be at a lower caste. That caste system is very real. So, yes, her father, but she's more of an East Indian woman in her mind and in how she moves. I mean, the way she wear her hair is like an East Indian woman. Like, East Indians don't change their hair too much. When have you ever seen Kamala walking around with I'll be shocked to see that. Like, she really want to play the sister girl up. Why don't she go get some Senegalese twist or something and really play up the sister girl thing? But she won't try that. That'd be too much, right? Yeah, Kamala, go get some Senegalese twist or something. Go get some faux locks and let's see you sister girl it up. See, she's not doing that. So when it comes to locking black people up, she wasn't locking up her people. Think about that. With Matrice Richardson and all that wasn't her people. I mean, what attachment? So that's why some black people are saying that. And some black women, and let's call it what it is. All this stuff, think about it. If she was really a foundational black American woman, we talking about from here, do you really think they will be putting up with her avoiding the media? Come on, let's think about that. What black woman you know that them folks gonna let them get away with anything they want to do? Please tell me what black woman you know that's gonna get away with that. Black women in the chat, which one? She don't have to talk to the media. She don't have to do this, that, and the third. They not treating her like she a black American woman at all. They treating her like she's an immigrant. She gonna do an interview with CNN with Tim Wall sitting there. If there was a black American woman, they would be eviscerating her for even mentioning that you're going to have this man sitting there with you. What black American woman gets away with this kind of stuff? On a job or a potential job. They don't let black women get away with anything. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. The black women that's in the chat, am I wrong? Have y'all kind of elevated to a point y'all can get away with anything on your jobs now? And maybe I'm just completely wrong, and I accept if I'm wrong. Yeah, she can duck and dodge. What black woman she's allowed to duck and dodge? Last time I checked, black women had to overachieve. They have to overdo things. Last time I checked. So the way they're acting with her kind of proved that she's not in the same position as black American women. To me, they're looking at her more like an East Indian woman. But, okay.
And a lot of y'all, I done figured out what y'all getting confused. Y'all don't even want mother black. Y'all want ignorant. That's what a lot of y'all think ignorant mean black. And that's why some of you mother Trump, because you mother ignorant.
Implies you believe ignorant means black because the way you're talking. Every other word, MF. Boule Martin, he F this, F that, this cussing people out, being sassy, all of them. Always constantly cussing people out. Because I don't know if that's in the Democrat Shill handbook. Like, in order to gauge black Americans, you must sound like Dolomite. You know what I'm saying? You must sound like a 1970s pimp. And just cuss every 5 minutes to get out the vote to black Americans. Because that's the only thing they understand is you have to sound like a pimp from the 70s. Cuss them out. If you're not cussing them out, then that's not proper black outreach. And all these people cussing you out, once again, got a college education. When someone's in a boule, they got a college education. How is it that you went to school, got all this student loan debt, and you can't divide the English language the right way? Even if you're going to insult somebody, use some bigger words that make people like, what did they just say to me? And then have to go look up what you just said. What's the point of getting an education if I'm going to be cussing every 2 seconds? What's the point? And they don't go talk to white people like that. When they get in front of them white folk, they know how to act. They're not cussing. They're not doing any of that. They are the yazza. That's how they are. And they are not going to cuss no white people out. So white people can ask Kamala Harris, hey, what's your policies XYZ? He not gonna say MF and cuss somebody out every 5 minutes and white people ask him. Or Jermaine Dupree recently. He asked him questions about Vice President Kamala Harris. And every other shield just pounced on him and attacked him. How dare you ask her any questions? How dare you trying to stifle my questions that I need answered? How dare you stifle democracy? How dare you try to participate in my voter suppression? Because I don't get my answers, I may not want to vote, and you're suppressing my vote because if I get an answer, I may actually vote for her. So technically, you're engaging in a form of voter suppression by attacking me because I have questions. Now, let me wrap this up because it's something I want to go. It's something I paused earlier for, but let me go here. Let me finish this off.
But I'm here to tell you, everybody black ain't motherfucking ignorant, and everybody white ain't motherfucking smart. So put that in your motherfucking pipe and motherfucking smoke it.
Yeah, Plies. We know that. We know not all black people ignorant. We know, and we also know not all white folks smart. That's a given. But let me get to something I wanted to show y'all here. Where is it at? Here we go. Let me put this up on the screen and get back to what I was saying earlier about this election. With a lot of you black Americans here, just give me a second. All right. So this is from the United States Census Bureau. As you can clearly see, an official website of the United States government. Now, I want y'all to look at right here where it says total population. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit for y'all, just so y'all can see. Okay, well, let me see here. Boom. Right there. Okay. Total population, white 241 million, black 47.8 million. Then you got your American Indians at 8.5, Asians 24.2 million Asians. Then you have your Native Hawaiian 1.6 million, some other race. Okay. But this number right here at the bottom, Hispanic 63.5 million and black 47.8 million. Now, why am I pointing out this number here, 63.5 to 47.8? Let me tell you why I wanted to show you that real quick with this situation here. Let me get back on the screen. Where am I at? Boom. Black Americans. Let me talk to y'all who are Democrat. I don't like to use this terminology, but I'm going to. This election is probably going to be one of the most important elections for Black America. Why? If Vice President Kamala Harris, with the assistance of a lot of you Black Democrats, get in office, you know that number that you saw on the screen? That number is going to probably almost double, because all the people that they let in during these 4 years, she's going to give them some sort of amnesty. And once they get amnesty, they'll be able to vote. Now, once they be able to vote, guess what happens to you? You fall into political irrelevance. You think they're not addressing you now. You notice how they're not really addressing you as much? Think about it. In 2020, they addressed you a lot more. But in this election, they haven't really been addressing Black folks like that. Have you noticed? Think about it. Just really think about it. They haven't really addressed Black people like that. Normally address you a little bit more. Yeah, they use the shields to shame you into voting, but they're not really trying to push anything, promise you anything, no plans for Black people, no lift every voice plan. They're not doing any of that. You didn't think that was strange? You don't think that was strange? Or is that strange? You don't think so? And it's supposed to be your sister girl here, right? This is supposed to be your sister girl. And she won't even address y'all? No plans for you? So if she get in office, you have to understand her heart is there with immigration, because that's how her parents came here. Okay? She can't relate to me and you. She didn't go through what me and you went through and our lineage and our history here. She didn't deal with any of that. She's feel more for the immigrant. That's how her parents came here. And Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they have flooded the zone in this country. Unchecked immigration to the point that you got literally gangs from their countries here now that was not here until this administration got in. She's going to do an amnesty. And then what happens when you fall into political irrelevance, y'all are going to be crying that you think you're not getting nothing now. You think they're getting resources now. Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet. Oh, and the deal is, what was annoying is that you will assist the Democrats for your own demise. You will assist them. Because some of you are so, I want to use another word. Some of you are just not wise. You will undermine the whole community off of what? She's a woman like me, or she's a Black woman. That woman is an East Indian woman. That's how she was raised. She is not a foundational Black American woman. She's not even a Jamaican woman. I can't even say she's a Jamaican woman. She wasn't raised like that. Oh, yeah, she is. Look at her. Look at her. Okay. Look at her. Uh-huh. And she wins the election. Okay, cool. I just don't want to hear no crying within a year or two when A lot of y'all getting laid off. A lot of you being evicted because you can't pay your bills. But they not going to be evicted. They going to be straight. And when they straight, I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm not going to say a word. I don't think I'm going to lay it right at your feet. I'm not going to get mad I'm not mad. I will not be mad at the Democrat Party. I wouldn't be mad at President Kamala Harris. I wouldn't be mad at the migrants. No, I'm going to lay it right at your feet. I say, what you crying for? You assisted them. You gave them, Steve Harvey said, the alley-oop, right? You gave it to them when you voted for them. That's what you wanted. You voted for that. Don't cry now. You got your ski-wee sister girl in there, right? I mean, I'm not telling you not who. If you want to vote for, do it. Go ahead. But I see the writing on the wall. She already telling you what she about to do. She's not hiding it. They haven't. Look at what they've been doing the whole time they've been in office. Look. Why don't you look at Chicago and New York and look what's happening in Denver and Aurora, Colorado, and all these places? Look at, are those people happy right now? No. They're not. She's going to give them some form of amnesty to stay. And they're going to be able to participate in elections and all of that. And then you're going to fall into political irrelevance. And then you think you got the cities and certain cities you think you got. They're going to be coming for Atlanta. Oh, they go. Oh, she going to put them in Atlanta too. Y'all think y'all got Atlanta. You better watch that. That mayor you got, Andre Dickens, whatever his name is, and that city council, they approved Cop City. You think they wouldn't go down? You think they wouldn't get down with migrants being put in Atlanta and paper them up over the black people in Atlanta? All them black mayors are down for that who are Democrat. The only way you could right now show the Democrat Party that you're not down for that is you cannot support them because of the agenda, because they don't have an agenda for you. Look at what's happening in California. AB 1840 was just passed today by the California Senate, which will give migrants up to $150,000 to help them get a home with zero down payment. Well, they got black people in California who have been renting forever and they can't get assistance. The beginning of the year, Gavin Newsom in California, they gave the migrants health care too. So if you want America to look like California, Vice President Kamala Harris is from California. She's born and bred California politics. Go ahead. Go ahead and do what you do. I'm going to be sitting back waiting on the emails because I know I'm going to get them. I already know I'm going to get the emails. Just like I got the emails all the time. Man, when you first said that, I couldn't stand when you were saying that. I thought you were wrong and you was getting on my nerves, but man, now I finally see what you was talking about. Man, I apologize for what I said to you. Like, I'm not taking offense to what you said. Because when I'm talking about it, I know I'm right. That's why I'm not taking offense. Y'all will be emailing me. Y'all gonna be changing, but then at that time, once y'all in the thick of it, then y'all, I ain't wanted to hear nothing about no Democrat. Oh, now you don't want to talk about the Democrats. Oh, no. Go vote blue no matter who, right? Go back over there with them. I thought they was gonna, save democracy for you. So black Americans, it's on you. Do you, But I'm just saying, she win. It's going to be interesting. After that 4 years, they ain't going to want to hear no talk or nothing about you or your issues. It's going to be the other group that got here. They're going to be prioritized. They're going to be taken care of. Asians going to be taken care of, not you. Asians already got a hate crime bill, and they're less in population than black folk. But instead of you demanding your anti-black hate crime bill, we can't get that done because we got to go to meetings and we got to have a super PAC and we got to be able to talk to these officials, and we got to be able to donate. And have you went up there and talked to the NAACP? Have you went up there and talked to Congressional Black Caucus? Have you went up there to the DNC? The migrants didn't have to do any of that crap. But they got more than you. The Asian community didn't have to do any of that. And they got a hate crime bill. You didn't. You got to run in a circle like a hamster on a hamster wheel. That's what your own Democrat shills will tell you. Yeah. You got to do all that before you get something. You can't get nothing if you don't do that. And then the other people could look at y'all doing all that mess like that. Like, okay. Hey, can I have my EBT card, please? Well, where's my room? Room number 101? Okay, cool. Thank you. When is food? When is breakfast served? Okay, cool. While you struggling about dogs, let me see what I'm putting back in my basket. They looking at you like, boy, they some fools. Anyway, what's for lunch? Last night we showed how New York's spending billions of dollars on all of that, of the taxpayer money. There you go, HR 40, you're right. HR 40 for 50 years. They didn't have to, listen, y'all talking about 50 years HR 40. Oh, that's so funny. I'm saying it's funny because it's sad. 50 years of HR 40, and the migrants walk right across and get everything that you've been begging for. They get it. All the quote unquote reparations you want, they got it. And they doing it right in your face, too. And putting them in your neighborhood. But that's the Democrats. But that's who you vote for. Vote blue no matter who. You say, well, you know what? Hoof-hearted down there? That's usually how it is with a lot of black folk. They don't listen. They hard-headed. They stubborn. They don't get it until they get in the thick of a problem. Then they get it. They don't listen to everybody that warned them. They never do. Dr. Claude Anderson warned us. So many people warned us for years that these things were going to happen. Dr. Claude Anderson specifically warned us these things was going to happen. And they are happening right now, what he predicted, verbatim. And you won't make a move until you just, I don't know. But to the people who actually got some common sense in the black community, you need to give it other black people that got common sense in the black community and move a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Try to create your own businesses. Try to be have a skill, have a high. You need to be highly skilled, because if you got a low skill job, your job is on the line, because you're going to be replaced. So you need to have a highly skilled position, licenses, certifications. If you got to get some sort of education, something, you need to be real valuable where you cannot be just switched out. And even if you working a job making good money, try to figure out a way to create your own business, because they'll try to switch you out with people they fly in on those visas from Kamala's homeland. And I tell you this much, Kamala get in there, boy, them planes gonna be flying from India, or they coming. Kamala get in there. Well, yeah, the minister is right. He's right. Yeah, people are. Yeah, look at the Minister Farrakhan. Glad you mentioned the minister. The minister has spent his whole life preaching to black people. And if you just do half of what Minister Farrakhan said to do, just half of it, the black community would be leaps and bounds already. And that brother went through it for black people. You know what I'm saying? And when I remember when I saw one of the ministers mention, he said, I'm not going to be talking to y'all no more. I'm not doing it. I understood why he said it. Because he went through all the things he went through. And black folks have gotten progressively worse off than when he was preaching back in the 90s and 80s and worse off today. Worse off. It can make a person be like, why did I spend all my time in my life? Why? I could have just had an easy life. I could just did my services at the mosque and not be out here stomping that hard, and that can make anybody feel that way. I'm not saying he feel that way, but doggone it, when somebody say, I'm not talking to y'all no more. I mean, why would somebody tell you that? Hard-headed. Not everybody's hard-headed, but the ones that are hard-headed, you say they keep sweeping it. Well, you know, I mean, yeah, Donahue shows. Yeah, you know, speaking about Donahue, Phil Donahue just died. I don't know if y'all remember Phil Donahue. He had a good show. One thing about Phil Donahue, he definitely let everybody come on from Farrakhan to the Klan. He had everybody in between, right? So that's how a journalist's supposed to do it. You know, this echo chamber today, I hate that echo chamber. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button. That's very, very important. Make sure, once again, you'll be back here tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, here on the African Diaspora News Channel. Make sure to check out all our content that we upload here. Now, I greatly support and glad y'all support me on these streams. So make sure you check out all other reports from Sister Demetria and Juan Gale and Emma and Renelle Way and Naledi. And, you know, they're covering, you know, things that's happening on the continent as well, which is very important to know because we're all not living in a bubble. That's for sure. And I let them kind of cover more of those, you know, things in the African continent because they're actually there and they seeing these things in real time. And it's good to also know what our country do in these other countries or even what's going on there, right? Because I always told y'all some of the same issues and problems that I've seen with black folks here in America, I've seen on the African continent too. You know, I've seen it. That's why I say black folks are the same everywhere they go. They don't change. Trust me on that. So thank you.